Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I know I'm posting a video after a very long gap, but life happened. I had some health issues going on, as well as I got the dream teaching job that I have always wished for. So I think clearing UGC NET, it completely changed my life. It helped me to move a little closer to my dream teaching career, and also it opened doors for me that I never thought would be possible. So here in this video, I'm going to talk about how most of the students think that clearing UGC NET exam is very difficult. But no, if you set the right strategy, even if you have 30 days, if you set the right strategy, at least you can clear NET. You have to work smart. If you have time, you can always work hard. But if you have less time with less efforts also, you can clear this exam. And here particularly I'll be talking about in this video about UGC NET paper 1, because most of the students, they ignore UGC NET paper 1 and they think that UGC NET paper 1 is a very difficult thing. No, if you set the right strategy, then with less time and less efforts, you can score well in this UGC NET paper 1. So here I'll be talking about if you have only 30 days left, and even if you are starting from zero, how can you score well in this UGC NET paper 1? So let's talk about it. So first, let's talk about what is less effort preparation. See, less effort preparation, it does not mean that no effort at all. It means that you have to give emphasis, you have to give importance to the high weightage topics. So you have to study what is important. Second, you have to avoid the unnecessary topics, like which topics you think is difficult for you. Like for me, I think that reasoning and math, that data interpretation part is a little bit difficult for me. So if you want, you can avoid it. Okay. Third, you have to study smart, not hard. If you have less time with less efforts, you have to study smart, not hard. So remember that UGC NET paper 1, studying UGC NET paper 1 is all about mugging up. It's about logic, understanding and practice. So I'm constantly using the word smart. So now let's talk about how to use the smart strategy to clear the UGC NET paper 1. First, you should focus on the high weightage topics, means from the areas or from the units from where we get most of the questions. Don't try to master all the 10 units together. For the high weightage topics like teaching aptitude, research aptitude, communication, comprehension. Comprehension is very easy. Comprehension. If you are good at maths, then data interpretation, and if you are not good at maths, you are good at computer, then you can master ICT. But teaching aptitude, research aptitude, communication, data interpretation, logical reasoning, these are the areas or these are the units. From these units, most of the questions were asked every year. So try to master these high weightage topics, and research aptitude, teaching aptitude, comprehension, communication, these are the very easy topics. So if with less time, less effort, if you focus only on the theory part, like you only have to remember and understand the concept and the logic, then you are good to go. So focus on these high weightage topics. So we talked about the first step, that is the use of smart strategy. Now let's come to the second step. So the second step was the 80 by 20 rule. What was the 80 by 20 rule? Remember, 80% of the questions comes from the 20% of topic. What does that mean? For example, in research aptitude, you don't have to read the full research aptitude if you have less time. Instead, what you can do in research aptitude, you can only focus on the types of research, sampling, different types of sampling, on research ethics. From research ethics also questions were asked, and the thesis structure. So most of the questions in research aptitude were asked from these areas of the research aptitude part. Okay, the third step, practicing PYQs. It is the most powerful trick ever. So if you want to clear UGC NET paper 1, then you should definitely make PYQs your best friend, because they are going to help you to gain some good marks with less effort and in less time. What you can do, you can at least try to practice 20 questions on a daily basis. And what will happen, you'll notice the recurring patterns, like what questions are coming from which area, more questions are coming from which area. Third, you'll learn the shortcut methods. For example, you are good at maths and you'll think that, okay, I'll not practice data interpretation, because from data interpretation 5 questions comes and 5 into 10, total 10 marks we get from data interpretation. You think that, okay, I'm good at maths, I can easily score those 10 marks. But in exam, what happens, that the psychological thing was going on in our mind that, okay, the time is running, I have no time left. And in that process, you would not be able to solve the data interpretation correctly. And you'll lose at least 2 marks, or for some silly mistakes, you can even lose 10 marks. So if you practice on a regular basis, you'll learn how to manage your time. Also, you'll learn some shortcuts. So definitely make PYQs your best friend and practice those questions on a regular basis. The fourth step, use the short note technique. Don't write the longer kind of notes. Try to write everything very short and minimalistic way. How? You can remember things in your mind. You can use the technique of mind map and remember things. And if you are that kind of learner who writes everything and then remembers it, then make sure you write everything in keywords. Okay, that will help you in exam. And even if you don't know the answer, if you think for like 2 to 3 minutes, you'll remember the answer, because you have written it in your copy in a very short note kind of a format. So try to use this short note technique. I think it's going to help all of you.
Here, I have made a time plan for the busy students or the students who have just thought of giving the next exam and they haven't studied much. So, if you have less time, you can follow this plan. Your daily plan should be like 30 minutes of reading the concept of a particular unit of a particular topic. Then, 30 minutes you are going to practice the MCQs from that particular unit, and then 15 minutes of revising what you have studied. That's it. Less time, and I hope that this is going to give you more results. Now, let me share some easy MCQ tricks that has helped me in paper 1, and I think that is going to help you also in paper 1 if you have less time. First, use the elimination method. So if you don't know the correct answer, remove the first 2 wrong options first, and your chances of getting it right automatically increases. Second, be careful with the extreme words like always, never, completely, only. So most of the time these options are only wrong in UGC NET questions. Third, look for the keywords. Like words like not, incorrect, except. It can change the whole meaning of the question. Fourth, in data interpretation type of question, don't just calculate everything. Calculate what is necessary and what is asked in the question. So use the approximation and comparison to save your time. So these small tricks, it can help you to save your time and score better without that extra effort.
So don't think that clearing UGC NET is about studying day and night. It's about smart strategy and remaining consistent throughout your preparation journey. So stay focused, stay disciplined, and I'm sure your dream job will also find you, and this clearing this UGC NET will make you move closer a little bit towards your dream job. So if this video has helped you in any way, then please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel, and also stay tuned in this channel, because I'm going to bring a video where I'll be talking about my journey, how I become an English faculty in a government college. Till then, be safe and keep loving literature.